Hello everyone, and welcome. I'm Don Donald, and this is Motivation on Tees. Today, we want to challenge you, and open up your mind in a certain way. Just a simple thing you may never have thought of, an eye-opener. And it is that, you can make it up to you. Yes, you can still make it up to you, even now. It's never too late. What a lot of people don't know is that you really don't lose anything in life unless and until you lose your very own life. That's the only time you truly lose. The ultimate loss of one's life is the only irreparable loss in life. Every other loss, I must tell you, can be regained. I don't care what that is. Don't forget the old saying, once there is life, there is hope. Although I know, that time lost in life can never be regained by clock, but I have news for you today, you can still make up for the time lost. You can still catch up with the time lost, and it can seem as though you never lost those times. You can still make it up to you or whoever is concerned, if you so wish. I will tell you a story today about me to prove to you, that indeed, you can make it up to you. Yes, you can. When I was a teenage boy coming out of high school, I had high hopes for myself in life, and a lot of dreams to chase. I never knew I was going to spend a decade or more, still struggling to realize those highly cherished dreams and goals of my life. But it turned out to be exactly that way. And one day, I looked at my whole life in total dismay, and said to myself with utter regret, I have lost so much time in my life that I never knew I would, and all this time to me, mean money, wealth and fame lost, and I may never be able to regain it all back or recover from these years of very little or no progress. But guess what? Something else happened thereafter. Few days later, I set out on a very serious mental journey, journeying through the path of deep and profound thinking concerning my present poor state and low status in life, and how I could change my life for the better in no distant future. Then something spectacular happened, just by the sheer stroke of happenstance. I hit a hunch and stumbled on a thought that gave me the aha moment that changed everything for me for good for the rest of my life. My. Immediately I realized I could still get back those years, I could still get back those monies, and I could still get back the fame. And my whole world was once again lightened up. Let me tell you today, do not ever, I say, ever lose hope. Nothing is ever lost, not until you die. You can still make it up to you or someone, you can still make up for what was seemingly lost as long as you live. How did I come into this knowledge? I will tell it to you now, because all this math was solved for me with just a simple calculation at the instant of that inspiration. The moment that hunch hit me, I picked up my pen and paper and sat down to do a rough calculation by the inspiration, and I said to myself, how many years have I lost in totality? And I answered, 1 decade 10 years, and I asked myself again, how many salary months are there in these 1 decade 10 years? And I answered, 120 salary months, and I said, okay. So, what was the minimum deserved salary I expected to be paid per month in each of these 120 months gone by if I had a salaried job, just a sort of a fixed salary? And I answered, at least $100 to be extremely conservative. Then I said to myself again, $100 by 120 months equals what? $12,000, I guess. So I said, there I have it. $12,000 is the minimum deserved salary I seem to have lost in the past 10 years, which is 1 whole decade. Now I have my immediate target of recovery of a 10-year-long loss minus $12,000. So I was left with this big question, how do I now make back this sum within the shortest time possible, to actually make it up to myself by making up for what was seemingly lost, so I can once again be happy sooner than later. Let me remind you one more time, nothing is ever lost in life until and unless you are lost. Even what you call loss many times are vital lessons learned, and solid foundations built. $12,000. So I said, if I only can set up a global platform online and work so hard enough like I have never worked in the past 10 years, to build a solid universal audience on my niche of at least 80,000 followers in 2 years, and can provide at least 2% of that number with a very good value in form of a very good product and greatly affordable at the rate of at most $10 per product, I can make back my $12,000, with the money for the added 2 years I have had to use to work it all out. What a simple arithmetic. As easy as ABC. So I said, wow. This is it. And from that day, I took instruction, that in life, one does not have to really despair, regret any loss, or ever lose hope. Because it's a fact that under the space of 2 years, one recovers things lost within a period of 10 whole years. What I have just given you this morning is the almighty formula for you to make yours back in no time. Therefore, follow it religiously if you really want to make it up to you, or to whoever you deem you owe. It's all about serious deep thinking, and simple accurate calculation, and serious hard work and smart work as well, and you are there. And this great formula works in all walks of life, and in all fields of human endeavor. I wish I knew 10 years ago what I know today. I would have made it a lot earlier and a lot easier than now. And you can still play catch up. You can still make up for it. You can still make it up to you. As I end this episode, the ball is now in your court. Play it, and play it well, or leave it. I will see you in the next video. Please subscribe, like, leave a comment and share our content with your friends and family if you find them valuable. Thank you for listening.